So you have a plant that's dying and you're about to throw it away, but before you do that, there's one more thing you can do. Not all hope is lost. So I'm going to show you, this plant is actually quite healthy, but I'm going to show you how you can salvage it. So let's just say that this guy was dying here. What I would do is I would unpot it, and then I would repot it in a better soil. If I look at the roots and they're just completely shot, then there is still something else I can do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look for any vines that look reasonably healthy. And then I'm going to find like a leaf, and then I'm going to make a cut. Here, let's see, you can see better here. I'm going to make a cut on each side of that leaf. And then you can see right below there, that little nub, that's the node, this little area. So if I cut on each side, so here, and then I'm going to cut on the other side of it. I want to cut here and not over here, because this is another section where a node would grow. So I want to cut there. And then all I'm going to do is I'm going to take this little cutting and I'm going to place this in a bowl of fresh water. And you can also put Leca, if you have it, in the little vase, and then put this in there. Or if you just have water, that's fine too. You just want to make sure that this bottom part of the root is fully submerged in the water and that the leaf part is not touching the water. So you just are going to do that and then leave it there. Make sure it's getting plenty of sunlight. And then eventually you will see roots start to emerge. Let's see on any of these cuttings here. I think these guys are actually, yep, see those little white things at the bottom there? Those are roots. And once they develop roots, and there's enough of a robust root system, what you can do is take a pot and pre-moisten some soil, and then use like a marker or a pencil, something like this, and poke holes in the soil, and then gently insert the cutting into the soil, making sure that that root is, the root that's coming off here is in the soil, and then very, very gently just pat the soil down around it, and then water thoroughly and place it by some bright light. Now, the cool thing about Pothos is they are also perfectly happy to live their life in Leca like this with some water. So you don't necessarily have to put it in soil like I did with this neon Pothos here, but you certainly can. So if you've got a plant, like I said, that's dying, you can cut it up in each little individual cutting here. That can potentially be a whole new plant. So, and when you get to the end of the vine, like this guy here, your very last piece, so I can cut here and then here, right? So that's a cutting. But this last piece here, you're going to throw this one away because you don't want this in with your other cuttings, because actually this doesn't have a node on it, so it likely is not going to root up, and it might just get rotten and soggy and nasty, and I don't want those intermingling with my other cuttings. So yeah, and before you know it, you'll have a beautiful, flourishing plant. So not all hope is lost.